Hi guys, it's Sissy with Vintage Moon, and I'm coming on today to do a VR to Simon over at the Hermits Cave. And the VR is my workhorse decks. And there's 7 prompts, and yeah, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. The first prompt is ShadowWork, a deck you use for ShadowWork. Okay, I know this is gonna maybe seem strange, I'm not sure, but it's the Alice Tarot by Baba Studios, and this deck, it sort of goes in to me with inner child work, because look, I thought I don't need inner child work, you know, I had a great childhood. There's nothing that I need to look back on, work on, or whatever. But anyway, so I was attempting shadow work, and what came up was actually inner child, which was so weird. But I guess, you know what, shadow work usually does lead back to inner child work, I think. Well, for me it did anyway. And let me show you the card that did it. This one right here. Okay, I am so claustrophobic, and I'm talking extremely. If somebody hugs me too hard, like say my arms are down and they come up and hug me, because my husband will do this just messing with me, I will totally blip out. I mean, totally flip out. I'll be like, get off me, you know, it's just like, and I never knew that there was a reason for it. But when, I guess I should keep showing you these cards, but when I was doing this shadow work, that card came up, which is the 8 of Swords. And you know, in the Rider-Waite-Smith, it's a woman standing with swords all around her, and she's blindfolded. And let me just tell you, in the book, okay? Okay, so here it is in the book, the 8 of Swords. And it says, the traditional meaning is feeling constrained or held back, trapped in a situation, the need to escape from someone or something that's making you feel trapped. Well, it brought back when I was like 10 years old, and I was down the street at my best friend Brian's house, and we were playing hide and go seek. And I'm sorry if this is like TMI, but his dad, we were all hiding, and his dad goes, Sissy, come here, I got a good spot for you. And I was like, oh, okay. So I run in there, and he like grabs me, and I knew right then, even at 10 years old, like something wasn't right. Like he was holding on really tight to me, and I was like, let go, Mr. whatever his name was, which I'm not gonna say, but I was like, let go, and he was like, no, it's okay, and he started holding me tighter as I was trying to get away, and then he started like billing on me, and oh my God, I like flipped out. I started screaming, and he just like let go. I take off running through the house, run out the front door, and run home, and I tell my mom immediately. And the weird thing is that his wife was at our house, and they were both freaking out, right? So the wife like immediately leaves, and my mom is like ready to go kill this person, right? So my point is, like, I never it never even registered to me, you know, because I was always like, oh, I had a great childhood. Nothing ever happened to me, but it did happen to me. And I guess I like suppressed that. And I think that's where my claustrophobia comes in, is that I was only 10 years old and here he was this big man like holding me and wouldn't let me go, and I started freaking out and stuff. But that's when I knew this deck with all, I mean, that's not my only story, so I mean, but that is my main one. So that kind of goes back to sort of you know, shadow work and inner child work. But I do have a deck which is inner child work, which is the second prompt, and I will show you the reason I picked this. It's Nikisha's Rabbit Oracle. Okay, okay, I'll just show you some, and then if I come across it. But it just has one keyword down there. And you know, I don't even know it. I'm sure there was like some kind, she always has these little pamphlets, or you can print out a PDF. I can't remember. But like I've not done it that I remember. But this is like perfect for inner child work. Let me show you if I can find it real quick. I meant to put it where I could find it. Maybe I did. No. But the one that reminds me, there's so many that remind me of being, oh, here it is right here. Okay. It's the one that's called Cloud. And I grew up by the Indy 500 in Indiana, and the big infield where people would park is huge, you know, but it was closed the rest of the year except during May, which now they have another race there. But when I was growing up, there was only one race in May, so the rest of the year it was like my big backyard. I mean, we used to play, you know, baseball, softball, kickball, you know, whatever back there. But me and my friend, we used to go out there and just lay and look at the clouds and be like, oh, look at that one. It looks like an elephant riding a bicycle. Or look at that. It looks like... And that's what that reminds me of. Just laying there. I wish there was two on there. That would be great. But yeah, that's me right there, laying there, looking up at the clouds. And then there's like the flying the kites. We used to go out there and fly kites because you had so much room. You didn't have to worry about it getting caught in a tree or anything. And then the creek down the street from me, we used to go and catch crawdads. And I don't know, this is just a great inner child deck. So I really like it a lot. And I have all her decks. Nikisha, she's off of Etsy. But she has like the Rabbit Tarot, the Rat Tarot, Blue Rose, the Riderless Tarot, which I love that deck. The Badger Tarot, I think. But I have all of them, but this is the one that I love. Nikisha's Rabbit Oracle. So good for inner child work. Okay, the third one is PathWork. Okay. And I chose the Majestic Earth. Okay? This deck is so good for PathWork. It's, I mean, look at those images. I love going into this deck. It's not scary at all. It's calming. It's like when you do meditations where you like walk down a path, you come up to a tree, and the tree has a door in it, you walk through it, that kind of thing. That's what, like, see, there's like people right there, and yeah, this is so good for PathWork. Yeah. There's one that I had a really good experience with. Let me I guess I could have been a little more prepared, but you know what? I was like, I'm just gonna do it. So I just grabbed the decks real quick, but I feel like it was either the Hermits or the Fool. Oh, this is a really good one. Yeah, I like that one. But yeah, these are so good for path working. Oh my goodness. I wish I could find it. Look at this one. This is the Will Fortune. But yeah, that one's kind of scary to me, out in the desert like that, all by himself, and those relics. It's like, but oh, here's a great one. I love that. But okay, I mean, I'm sure people do know this deck. I do believe it is out of print, but every once in a while he does post like seconds or something like that. Oh, look at this one. It's so good. Oh, it was the Magician. That was it. Okay. Look at that. So good. I had like a great experience with this card. But yeah, so that is my PathWork deck, is the Majestic Earth. I definitely showed you the backs and the sides. Yeah. I don't know if I showed you the Alice Tarot, the backs and the sides, or just plain. But yeah. Alrighty. Let me see here. Personal growth and development. Okay. I don't really know what deck I would pick for that. I thought I would pick my L key, and this is by Melanie Dillon and Arwen Litchfield wrote the book. But I do like using this deck, and I have a goddess deck too that I will show you. But I love this, and like, you know, it says she who, and it's whatever, like she who waits, she who whispers, she who conquers. But I just do it one who, you know, but I'm a she, so, but I like to say one who waits, one who whispers. But there's some really empowering messages in this, and I love that it's feminine. I'm all about finding that power, that inner strength to like stand up to people, but you know, I choose my battles wisely. Like, I don't let things bother me, because my husband will always say you're a wimp, and I'm like, I'm not a wimp. I just choose what's important and what's not to argue about or to confront somebody about, you know what I mean? So this is a really good one, and out of here. The Goddess on Earth Oracle. This is the backs, and they're that soft edging, and this is so good for finding that inner goddess in you, you know, which I do love. I have so many goddess decks, and really, I love them all. I mean, I have the Wild Goddess Oracle. I love using this one too. It's a great one. But yeah, so I do use a lot of oracles for the personal growth, and just, you know, helping me be, you know, aware, you know, acknowledge, and, you know, integrate, you know, these traits that I want to have as a person, you know. So yeah, this is the by Lisa Levert, and it's the Goddess Earth Oracle. Very, very good. I will show you the, I mean, I have so many. So I mean, the Wild, it comes in this big box, but comes with a really nice book, and they're really easy to handle, you know. It's good, you know, shuffleable cardstock, and it's really nice. And then on the back, it has the writing on there, so that's really nice. Yeah. So that's really good. I really enjoy this one too. I mean, there's so many. So yeah, a lot of feminine goddess work I do for my personal growth, and yeah. So yeah. Okay, the next one is your ride or die. And that's pretty easy. It is definitely a Rider-Waite Smith is my ride or die, but right now I choose the one that was gifted to me. This is the 1971 yellow box Rider Tarot. I love this cardstock. It's so soft, and it's just a straight shooter. And I love the feeling of it. It just like fits in my hands so good. Like, to me, the Rider-Waite Smith, Pamela Coleman Smith's artwork is, that's tarot to me, you know? I love this deck. And in any form, like I say, I have a ton of Rider-Waite Smith decks, but like this one is always at my desk right here, and I use it all the time. So this is my ride or die, the Rider-Waite Smith. Okay. And Hello There is a new deck that you've gotten that you are loving, and that is the Byzantine Tarot, you guys. Here's the backs, and this is the new matte version. I am loving this deck so much, and it has sent me down a rabbit hole of learning about the Byzantine Empire and everything about it. And I love how all the borders are a different color and stuff. So it's sort of like mosaic, which I found out that that's where mosaics came from, was the Byzantine Empire. And they find tile from, like, we're talking like 500 AD we're talking about. And the Byzantine Empire was around for a long time. And actually one of the cards in this deck is the Ten of Swords. And it's when the Ottomans, the Turks, invaded the Byzantine Empire, and that was the fall of the Byzantine Empire, right? There it is right there. That's the Ten of Swords. and that's the Ottomans attacking the Byzantine Empire, and you can see the buildings falling. But I'm like, that's a pretty major Ten of Swords, right? The fall of an empire. So, like, I mean, if you just read them like Rider-Waite-Smith, which, you know, is fine, but if you read this and it's the fall of the Byzantine Empire and you get this Ten of Swords, that's like almost like a tower moment to me. So I don't know, but I guess the Ten of Swords and the tower have a lot in common. But this artwork, look, that's one of my favorite cards in this. I love it. But the artwork is by Scylla Conway. Yeah. And John Matthews wrote the book, and I guess he's like a historian, so like the book is really, really good. But yeah, Scylla Conway, so you know these are beautiful. But I just love this deck so much. I mean, I can't put it down. Ever since I got it, I've been using it, and I'm in love with it. Yes. Like, just everything about it. I just love it. Let me tell you now the book. Yeah, and on the History Channel, there's the Byzantine Empire, which I watched that, and I know I just got obsessed. I was like, I must know all the stuff in here. And it tells you the story of the card, right? Like the chariot, it says like chariot racing was the most popular sport in the Byzantine Empire. Races took place on 66 days of the year with audiences up to 30,000. So, I mean, it just tells you the story about the card, which is something in the Byzantine Empire. And then every card says in a reading, and it tells you like if you get it in a reading what it is, and then you get keywords down here. But it's just a great book. John Matthews, I love it, and Scylla Conway. So this is my hello there, the Byzantine Tarot. It's awesome. Okay, hello again. Okay, this deck, I had it when it had the borders, and I ended up buying it borderless, and I got it, and I was like, oh great, and I just put it away and didn't even, you know, mess with it. And then I got it out again, and it's the Pagan Tarot, okay, and it's by Gina M. Pace. Now, the thing about this, here's the backs, and it follows this witch through the whole deck, okay? And it's her, sorry, I know they're glossy, see if I can show it, but it's her joining a coven and learning how to use her magic and her powers and just being a witch. And there's something about this artwork that I just love. Oh yeah, the court cards are different. Your pages are elementals, which, that's fine. But then you have novice for the knights, initiates for the queens, and the kings are elders. And the cups and pentacles, it's females. And the swords and wands, it's males for the court cards. But look at that. Yeah. But this artwork reminds me of like an old comic book or something. I don't know. Like a serious comic book, not like a Archie's comic book. You know what I mean? But yeah, look at that. And this card right here is so cool. Like she's trying, you see her using her, she's trying to manifest this flower to grow. And she keeps working with it, and she's like, it's not working. What am I doing wrong? But behind her, this rose bush is just like growing like crazy and blooming. So she doesn't even notice it, right? And that's the Seven of Pentacles, you know? It's like, be patient and you know, it is happening. You just have to be patient. Things are growing. But yeah, I love that card. But yeah, there's just something, and I know it's weird that you just follow the same witch all the way through this, but I enjoy it. So yeah, so that is the deck that I pulled back out and decided to work with, and I'm loving working with this deck. I love the artwork. That's all the elementals, not from the page cards. But yeah, so I think I showed you that that's an elemental of the Pentacles. But yeah. Hierophant. But yeah, so anyway, I am really enjoying this, and the book is, you get a full page of the card, and then you get the write-up of what is happening on the card, and it connects other cards to the cards. So I don't know, it's just a good book. It's a really good book. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, so that is The Pagan Tarot by Gina M. Pace. All right, so that was all the prompts, and that was so fun, and I'm enjoying watching everybody else's. So I hope you guys will do it. Let me know what you think of my choices, and I will talk to you all again real soon. Bye-bye.